Y'all may not like this one, but the reason why you can't lose weight isn't because of your PCOS, insulin resistance, or whatever other buzzword you heard on the internet. It's your lifestyle, and it's time we start being honest with ourselves about that. Has struggled with weight loss for 14 years, I know firsthand it isn't just my internal issues that held me back from losing weight and keeping it off. It was all of the external factors that I continuously let win. And only now that I finally have been successful these last 2 years with my weight loss journey and lost 125 pounds, that I have come to this realization and started being honest with my own self so that I can remain here. So in today's video, let's start talking about how we can stop making excuses for ourselves and start finding solutions. But first, if you're new here, hey girl, hey, my name is Janae and I make a lot of content focused on fitness, wellness, and self-development and helping you and I live our best healthy and active lives. So if that sounds like something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on TikTok and Instagram. I post a lot of different content over there. Like this video, it tells the algorithm this is a helpful video, and comment down below and let me know what external and lifestyle factors are holding you back. Your doctor may be right. I know you have walked into your doctor's office and complained about something going wrong with your body. And what's the first thing they say? You need to lose weight. You need to eat right. You need to exercise. Duh. It may be duh, and it may be that you're doing that. It's actually quite annoying, and we've all heard it before. But let's dig a little deeper. Start asking your doctor the questions and getting the answers, forcing them to do their jobs. To not only help you, but to make you understand the why so that you can start implementing the how. And that may look like getting some blood work, seeing what your internal health looks like, and getting an official diagnosis of what is going on. Is it truly PCOS? Is it truly insulin resistance? Is it truly hypothyroidism? Is it truly these internal health issues that's making it harder for you to lose weight? Because these things may make it harder, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. Or putting in a referral into a registered dietitian so that you know how to properly eat for yourself once you actually have the proper blood work and see what's going on in your health. Not all diets are made to be the same for everyone. And just because keto worked for your best friend and plant-based worked for your mom doesn't mean those two options are gonna be right for you. Or maybe even putting a referral into a therapist to start talking about what is your emotional connection to food that's also making it harder. There's so many factors that are tying into this that you possibly have control over that's not just your internal health. My doctor told me that things are a lot different from the 90s and the early thousands. 80% of health issues that is going on with patients is lifestyle driven. A lot of it is not health driven, not genetics driven, where you can have a pill and that will cure it. It's lifestyle driven. So yes, while we may have some internal issues that's making it harder, the 20%, what does the 80% look like in your life? And only you know that. So it's time to start being honest with yourselves, with ourselves. Does that 80% look like a lack of movement? And not just working out, total movement throughout your day? Or does it look like a lack of whole foods, well-balanced meals? Or is there a lack of knowledge somewhere? What is hindering you? This isn't about blame. This is about mindset shifts. Now you're probably all riled up because I said 80% of it is your lifestyle. But this isn't about blame. This isn't about you're doing it to yourself. There's no need to get defensive here. Because the point is for you to understand the combining factors that are holding you back from where you say that you want to be at. The combining factors being genetics, being internal health issues, access to food, or being in a food desert, access to fitness, or not being able to afford a gym membership, access to proper health care. And a part of that is also your lifestyle and how you are living your life. So knowing that, how can we control the things that are within our control? How can we take responsibility for our own lives? You may not be able to go to the gym or afford a gym, but you can walk. You can walk within your house. You may not be able to do the strength training and afford weights, but you can do calisthenics, which is your own body weight. Think of push-ups, sit-ups, squats. You may not be able to afford organic and the cleanest ingredients and all that other stuff, But you can buy frozen and canned. You don't have to shoot for the best, but you also don't have to be down here. You can find you somewhere in the middle when it comes to your food as you're figuring it out. You can pick leaner cuts of meat as you're picking up your groceries and not go for the fattiest thing. You can be getting better quality of sleep. So many people forget how much rest and stress affects our body, our weight loss, and our lifestyles. There are things that are in our control that we don't have to wait for our medical professionals to tell us about. And when your medical professionals do inform you of something, it's time to go home and do some research. Be curious about your own body and what does it all mean. Stop focusing on what you need to cut out and start thinking about why you should. You're starting your weight loss journey and you immediately want to be cutting out carbs, sugar, junk food, alcohol, etc. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Janae, shouldn't I be cutting out that stuff? Isn't it bad for you? I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't look at anything as good or bad or a cheat meal. Why are we putting a moral compass onto food? The moment you feel like you need to cut something out is the moment that you're going to continuously think about it, continuously crave it, and then eventually binge on it. So instead, think about how are these things, whatever those things are for you specifically, making you feel. I used to feel like I had to cut out carbs because everybody was doing low carb and keto and it was working for everybody else. But instead, I started thinking, well, how are carbs actually making me feel? And maybe it's not carbs per se, but what I'm picking. So what I'm picking is making me feel tired and sluggish. But when I start adding in complex carbs, I actually feel energized, I actually feel good. I actually have enough energy to make it through my strength training and my running. I can make it through these things and I'm still losing weight. So what are those things for you? Before you start cutting out things, well, is there a benefit to it? And how does it actually make you feel? Do you have to do this diet if that's not your struggle? Do you have to cut out fast food and all that stuff if what you're picking isn't your struggle, but maybe how much you're eating is your struggle? These things is not a one size fit all. You have to start thinking about you, even if X, Y, and Z is working for everyone else. Another thing that doesn't even have to do with weight loss, I decided to give up normal, regular dairy products because I started listening to my body and realizing that it's making me bloat, it's making me gassy, it's tearing up my stomach. But that doesn't mean I have to immediately jump to plant-based because some internet guru said that it was better for you than dairy. I like dairy. I'm not giving it up. But I can move to lactose-free. And the moment that I did, because I tried the plant-based route thinking that it would be better for my body. And guess what? It still was tearing up my stomach. But the moment I switched to lactose-free, I felt better. So I still get to consume my dairy. It's fine for my body. So I'm gonna do what's best for me. You have to start paying attention to how things are making you feel. Because once you start paying attention, you start realizing this is making me feel good and this is making me feel bad. And you're gonna want to do less of the things that are making you feel bad because who wants to be in this constant bad state? And start doing more of the things that are making you feel good. And that will make you be more compliant with whatever fitness routine, eating routine, lifestyle changes that you are doing, because everyone is going to continue to do the things that makes them feel good, that makes their body feel good. And that's a little bit easier to stick with, which means you're staying consistent, being disciplined, and what? Losing weight or being more successful on your fitness and health journey. Do you see how it's a snowball effect? And you're not pushing the snowball up the hill, defeating the purpose. You're jumping in with the ball, rolling downhill, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger in a positive way. Now, everything that I said is easier said than done. And sometimes we may need a little bit help just to even launch the lifestyle changes. And it's okay to get help when you feel like you need it. It's no secret that I had weight loss surgery and I've taken a GLP-1 compound semaglutide to help me lose my 125 pounds in these last 2 years. I talk about it all the time. There's no secrets here and no shame in my game. But remember, these things are just tools. The work that I had to put in and still have to put in and day out is all on my own. It's all about my own lifestyle changes so that I don't end up back where I was, because we all know the people, and this is no shame to them, but we all know the people who used a weight loss pill, a shot, or had weight loss surgery and ended up back where they were at. And it makes me wonder, why? Why? And if we're all being honest with our own selves, because I talked to people who have had some weight regain after weight loss surgery, they even said it themselves. I got a little bit lazy when it comes to my fitness, and I got a little bit relaxed when it comes to my eating. Lifestyle changes that you have control over. But even though I have to put in the work and it's an active choice for me to do the work day in and day out, these tools have honestly made it easier so that I'm not obsessing over my weight and doing everything, honestly toxic things, in the name of weight loss. The tools released me and I found freedom into being able to think about my lifestyle changes, because the tools, push me where I needed to go so that I can focus on all of the other little things that are honestly major things. I didn't start my journey with this mindset that I have right here. I was very heavily invested in diet culture that was extremely toxic. It took me years to think this way, just like it took me years to build the muscle through strength training, or years to figure out what it is I should properly be eating for my body. Weight loss surgery and Ozempic doesn't it doesn't force you to do those things. It's a choice. It's an active choice, and a choice that honestly you have to make day in and day out, every moment of the day. When you struggle with weight management, when you are coming from an extremely morbidly obese body, when you suffer with things like food noise and the temptation, it's an active choice to do these things. The tools don't do nothing but make it a little bit easier. And some people, like me, still end up having a hard time. What I find is that people are so ashamed of using these tools and are obsessed with doing things naturally. Not to say there's obviously anything wrong with natural weight loss, but it's not coming from I just want to do it naturally place. It's coming from external validation from people who don't have to walk a day in your life in your shoes, who don't have your health issues, who don't know how it feels to go to sleep and wonder if you're gonna wake up because of your sleep apnea and you're stopping to breathe during your sleep, or going up the stairs and being out of breath. But we're talking about our health here, our lives here. We only get one body. Why are we letting our pride get in the way of it? I'm not talking about 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I'm talking about the people like me who's lost 125 pounds, have 100 pounds to lose, have 80 pounds to lose, have 2, 3, has a lot of weight to lose. We're already in a bad position to begin with. Why are we letting external validation and pride make it make sense? And why are y'all telling people your healthcare business if you're gonna be sensitive to it? You don't have to tell people how you lost weight if you didn't know. You don't owe anyone an explanation on why you're doing things for you. So if you need a tool, even if it's for a little while, just to get you started so that you are released from the shackles of doing the most to lose weight and that you can focus on the lifestyle changes, go to your doctor and ask for the tools. You don't have to start off as extreme with weight loss surgery. You don't even have to take a GLP-1 if you're concerned of the side effects. There are pills that can be prescribed. I know it all because I've done it all. I know firsthand that it is easier said than done. It's easy for me to sit here and tell you all this because I'm on the other side. But remember, I was once in your shoes for 12 years. I know it isn't easy, but it can be simple if we don't overcomplicate things. So what can you do today, right now, to start getting you on the path where you say you want to be for your weight loss, your fitness, and your health goals? What can you do? Comment some things down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon. That way you're notified every single time I post a new video. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. On TikTok, I'm always hosting live and answering y'all questions in the moment. And on Instagram, I'm super active in my stories. I do have a broadcast channel and they get the tea first. So make sure you're following me over there. Make sure you're also checking out and watching my little vlog series, The Discipline Diaries, where I'm showing y'all how I am truly living this life, this healthy lifestyle, and showing you what it takes to remain here after losing 125 pounds. And I also give a lot of weight loss, fitness, and overall wellness tips in my vlogs as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.